Good morning. I tell you what, I feel like absolute crap. I'm going to talk to my doctor today. I did talk about the fact of knowing I'm going to die in the next 3 or 4 years, and that's about right. And let me explain something to these bozos. I don't know, some guy made a comment about a bozo radio man. Let me explain something. We had John Boy and Billy here in Charlotte, North Carolina that was syndicated all over the United States. Okay. John Boy and Billy probably was 5,000 times bigger than this idiot guy that wants to cut down Madonna, who Madonna is one of the best singers and performers of all time. Also, the fact that if you cut down people because you're so dismal and small yourself, yes, I'm going to say something about your washed up radio days for 25 years. You know, guys, in every city, there are very famous radio guys. Just because he was on the Howard Stern show, big freaking deal. You know, but I mean, for me, like I said, it is 10:23 something. I do these vlogs out of anger, of the dismay of doctors that can't help me, and the fact that I feel like crap every single day. But when I go by a washed up radio guy on his channel to see him cutting down a woman that is extremely famous, makes him look like a peon, Madonna, and the fact he had something to say about gays, I don't know what that was all about. You know, for me, guys, I've been in radio, I've been owning my own business, I've been a substance abuse counselor, into sales, I've been in everything. But like I said, I still say that he is begging people to do PayPal and stuff like that. Now, as I said, I feel like I'm not doing well physically at all. Let's read this comment. I want to read this guy's comment for a minute. This ought to be cutesy. You want to know, let's see this for a minute. You want to know, he and Mike Clark are so popular in the Detroit area back in the day that Howard Stern couldn't break into the market. Yeah, and this guy, Mike and Clark, let me explain something. Are you telling me that they are bigger than John Boy and Billy in Charlotte, North Carolina? No, not even close. Not even close. You know, a radio personality is a radio personality is a radio personality. And we live in the United States of America, so I can say pretty much what I want to say about anybody. But I will say that doctors are useless human beings, and they really are. But I appreciate him commenting, but you have to understand, guys, radio is radio, TV is TV, movies is movies, YouTube is YouTube. It's all basic people trying to make it in life. I'm happy for this guy's 25 years old of his washed up days in radio. Because it's kind of like I've said, if you get a performer, let's say a guy that in his heyday, he was the biggest star and everybody just adored him. And then he comes back, and I gotta admit, Madonna's reaching for it, coming back with a new album. When you get very, very old, you sort of lose your zeal, But it is, like I said, you can comment all you want, but all that this Mike and Clark guy is just old radio dudes, just like John Boy and Billy, and some of the other great ones. What about, I can't remember that, Wolfman something, I remember him too. So I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog and say that today is one of the worst days in my life, and that I'm very upset with the fact that doctors are inept to help me. But please comment and share your opinions on any of my vlogs. But I will say that both of them are just old radio washed up dudes. And it's time for them to retire and enjoy their lives. Thanks for listening.